There's a link at the bottom of the main page to the folks who are... Yeah, but I think, honestly, Bob, I think it's when you broadcast, if you've got a lot of people jumping in, it's kind of like what Amazon does every day, and it says which products are kind of up and coming based on the number of people who purchase them. If you get a lot of people going in, and yes, Wii rocks, and I want a Wii, so give me money. In any case, if you want to be featured, then... Oh, is there a link there that says, do you want to be featured here? Because I haven't done that. I've been to 3 Steelers games at Lambeau, or I'm sorry, not the Steelers games. I think I've been to 1 Steelers game at Lambeau, but I've been to 3 Steelers games, what's wrong with me? 3 Seahawks games at Lambeau, and they've all turned out very well. The one from the 2002, God, was it that long ago? Holy shit, I'm so old. It was such a good season. I cannot believe we're going to be starting a season without Brett Favre. This is the first time since I was so young. But in any case, the 2002 wild card playoff game that we got because the Cardinals beat the Vikings, the Vikings in Arizona, in the last second because of that force-out touchdown with seconds left in the game. I was at the Denver game the week that happened, when we were in the stands and realizing that people were watching not our game, because we owned the Broncos in that game. We were turning around and looking behind us at the boxes, the luxury boxes, where they can turn to whatever channel they want. Everyone was watching the Cardinals Vikings game, and we were hearing pockets of people who had radios in their ears in that game, and they were keeping us up to date. And the Dave, Arizona rocks. We were paying attention not to the game on the field anymore. After the 2-minute warning, or at the 2-minute warning, is when the touchdown happened, and Lambeau went absolutely apeshit. And the next week, and on my way home, when I drove home that night, they announced that tickets were going to go on sale the next day for the week after for the wild card game, which was going to be against the Seahawks. And I called and I got a single seat on the 50-yard line for that Seahawks game. And so we were right behind Holmgren, and we were booing him so hard because there were so many times when, and Wu 23, you can appreciate this because Favre, a lot of why Favre is or was what he was and is what he is really, was because of Holmgren, and Holmgren has come in and really done great things for the Seahawks. And Hasselbeck certainly has a lot to. In fact, a lot of the coaches in that 2002 season, half of the Seahawks were Packers. You know, I mean, not just the players, but the coaching staff and stuff. And I do have one story that I will save for tomorrow, but remind me to tell the story tomorrow about how I knew that Favre was going to retire a week before he retired. So someone remind me of that. Woot fan, you're in charge of reminding me about that tomorrow. Yeah, I thought that same thing about whether Holmgren would try and recruit him to play the Seahawks, but Hasselbeck would rip his scrotum off if he did. Anyway, that game in 2002, that wild card game, we were booing Holmgren so bad because he kept calling the refs over and not taking timeouts, but talking endlessly to those refs. It was, man, he was definitely biting off more than he was supposed to be chewing. So, all right, enough NFL talk. For those folks who don't give a shit about the NFL, I'm sure we'll have plenty of discussions about the wonder that was Brett Favre in the Packers number 4 uniform. And I will be broadcasting on Packers days with my jersey on, I'll tell you that much. But thanks everyone for coming by tonight. Please, if you haven't, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, give me a favorite. And if you haven't, please chip in. And I will keep in touch. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. I won't do peace, love, and woot, but we'll come up with something. If you guys have an idea for how I can sign off, I'll do the Katie Couric thing, and I'll take suggestions about how I can sign off every night. So shoot me an email at info@embiggen.com, or have a cromulent evening. Be embiggened, and I will catch you guys on the flippy flip. or whatever the kids say these days. Have a good night, everybody.